Welcome back, Dark Dreamers. Today, I'm playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I got this on the free Storm, the monthly games you get, the 3 games they give you every month on the PlayStation. So I decided, I've heard of it. I think it's like some sort of comedy game. So I decided, why not? Have some fun with it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley's a loser.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
We're going to do a lot of
Something was
searching.
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, can we open any of these? Can we interact with anything? I can't push the chair? Lame. Can I open this door? No. Can I open this one? No.
All of his co-workers were...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
The
Click a door
trophy?
5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Come on, open the door. I want it. I want it. Open. Open this door. Two, three, four, five, six, 7.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort.
Oh, go fuck yourself, narrator.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I want this trophy. Give it to me. This is... You promised a...
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to
Fuck
see some
you,
hustle,
asshole.
Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, I can't even go back in my office now. Lame. Oh, that guy was playing solitaire. Oh, what's this? Knowing your city. Oh, here's 417. Let's click it. Click it!
Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437? Is this over here?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Dude, I just want this fucking trophy. Give it to me. You promised a trophy. Give it to me. God damn you!
Now, back to door number 437.
Jesus Christ, you asshole. I just want the fucking trophy. Why are you such a dick?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Give me the fucking trophy, or I swear to God I'm gonna lose
Now
my
go
shit.
climb on employee 419's desk.
419, huh?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Can I shoot you? Is there a gun in this game?
We've
Can I shoot you?
almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
So fucking loud. Ass.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
It's a gold
You
trophy.
really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
You're an asshole. This narrator's
When
such a
Stanley
dick.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left, huh? Should I go left or right? Left or right? Fuck it, let's go left. I'm gonna make this guy his day miserable anyway, because I'm just gonna look around everywhere.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh my god! This is some of the most petty shit. Everyone is unique. You most of all. This is like the most freaking garbage bin employee bullshit. Jesus Christ, what a bunch of losers. How do you work in an office like this? Hey, do I get a trophy for reading all this? Can I get a trophy for reading all this? What the fuck? Boss appreciation? The boss can suck me. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stereotype. A total stereotype. Like, seriously, you see this in every freaking place. Oh, it looped. It looped. It looped. It's lame. Broom closet. Oh, are people making out in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I just wanted to see if someone was making out in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, he's upstairs, huh? Let's go upstairs. So I can kick this guy in the fucking teeth. What? What is this garbage? What does that mean? Oh, the boss is everything. Worship the mighty boss. The boss is a loser.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Uh, dar.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, let's do this for real.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, we're seeing some real dystopian looking shit in here, huh? I'm gonna find this boss and I'm gonna kick his teeth in. If I can do that for some reason. I want to.
Descending
So
deeper
badly.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
Because you're
question
just
would
now
not go
realizing you
unanswered
are
for long.
loser. A fucking loser. Like, you have no life,
Stanley walked
no
straight ahead
value.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Yeah, I'd rather
Although this
escape.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, I doubt it. Fuck you. Fuck you,
The door
narrator.
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I am escaping.
At this
You
point,
can...
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Fuck you, narrator. Let's do this, bitches.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Oh, who's
In a
this?
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, is this like, a creator's room? Office computers, they're all the same. Doors, buttons. Oh, we got a wall of credits. Ha! 43136. The office. The maintenance room. Ooh. Look at all this. A money fountain. Alright, so is this like a developer's room? Oh, so option 1. One door to maintenance. 2 doors to maintenance. What a bunch of losers. So that's from the meeting room where we had to see those slides. Zending levers. The Stanley Parable. Escape menu. What the fuck is this? Countdown desk? So this is from an early version of Countdown. Weird. Cool, but weird. So this is like all the versions of Stanley's office. Neat. Weird, but neat. So where else can we go in here? What else is there to do? I just want to keep looking around because this looks like a dev room. Exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Who are you?
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Yeah, and I still don't know who you
You
are.
can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Oh, I got squished. I still don't know who this lady was. Like, really? And now we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Shut up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, let's try and go through whatever story they're trying to tell us. I took the escape because I wanted to see if that would lead to some cool secret
Yet there was
rebellion
not a
or
single person here
something
either.
else that
Feeling
cool.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Shut
upstairs
up, dude.
to
I
his
know.
boss's
Fuck
office.
off. 2854, we all know. Kiss my ass.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Kiss my
That
ass.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he
Dude.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Dude, I don't care. Fuck off. Fuck off with your new age bullshit, dude. I just want to play the fucking game. Oh my god.
Feeling soothed
This music
and
is
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward.
This music
into
is
the
awful.
opened passageway.
fucking awful. So is it this just like endless darkness over here? Oh, I hit a wall. Mm-hmm.
Stanley
Melissa?
walked straight ahead through the large
Shut
door
the hell
of
up,
the
man.
mind control facility.
No, look at camera. Whatever. Back off. Hit the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I mean, I'm here, so probably.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
427.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That just sounds like any other job, really. Okay, so there's 2 employees that aren't showing up on this screen. Are they going to be important? Are they actually 97 and 98? Are they going to be valuable in any
It was too
way
horrible
possible?
to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So we can see that 97 and
he
98.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Turn it off, because I hate it.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Every time you
Whatever life he
talk,
lives,
it's so
it
fucking
will be
boring.
his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense
Where are
possibility
we?
of the new
We're in a
path
building,
before
right? So why is
This
this
was
a
exactly
building
the way,
in the middle
right
of
now,
bumfuck
that
nowhere?
things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Seriously, why would there be a building in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? Oh, I got a trophy. Beat the game. And we're back
All of
here,
his
so...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Dude.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, we've done this. I'm not doing this again. Shut up, narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Blah, blah, blah,
Perhaps
blah,
he
blah.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Kiss my ass.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
There should be a vent in here,
But eager
right?
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, show me
Thank
what...
God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all
This
this
doesn't
time?
prove
The problem
anything.
is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Fuck it.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
The fuck am I even looking at? What is this bullshit? What the actual goddamn hell am I looking at? Is this like some sort of cosmic bullshit? Like cosmic spiritualistic bullshit? Oh, what is this garbage now? I feel like this is like some dude on an acid trip. This is what acid trips look like. Fucking Christ. It looks like an eye staring down at me. Fuck this. Ugh. Either show me something decent or I'm fucking off. Yeah, fuck you.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Something...
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Dude, I didn't have
Stanley,
anything.
Let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Fuck you.
No! Thank God. You lived. No.
Let's do it again.
No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Damn. And I'm an asshole, so...
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Nope. I'm just an asshole.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I'm not just gonna sit in a room and listen to a bunch of new age bullshit and look like I'm on some fucking acid trip.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What's this way?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is
Who's
it, Stanley.
her?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who is? Are you going to explain or just stay cryptic?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
You want me
This
to...
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And
Where's
so
the
he began
TV?
to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Fuck you.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What lame-ass bullshit was that?
All of his coworkers.
Let's go as fast as we can.
What did it mean? Stanley
I want to
decided go
annoy the
meeting
ever-loving
room.
shit out of
Perhaps
him.
He had simply missed a memo.
Speedrun it.
When Stanley
Speedrun.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Alright, let's
Oh,
go.
no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Are you pissed? Are you pissed yet, motherfucker?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Endless wandering. Because that's what I do best. Just wander endlessly. It's like the back rooms. The place has become an office maze, like the back rooms. Now we'll just wander endlessly with no fucking clue where we need to go.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hope I drive him insane.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, I can't wait to just watch him lose his fucking mind. I don't want to stay in a boring room, so go back.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
He's so confused, like he's lost. He has no idea where the hell anyone's
I'll
going.
be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Eat a dick.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life
What is this
itself?
supposed to be?
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what?
The line is
I think
being
what
the
we need
bastard.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What the fuck? Okay. I'm confusing the ever-loving fuck out of him.
Music? Go back and look at that fern.
Oh.
Wait,
I'm not gonna do it.
we're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
And we're lost forever. It's just like look everywhere, like
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you...
Two,
I
three,
can't take this
four.
anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
ooh, random wandering. Like I've been doing the whole damn time.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
I want to irritate
Whatever
you.
it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to irritate you. I want to make you cry.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each story
And I'm gonna
has to
walk in the
lead
opposite
somewhere,
direction.
which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's a giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
This is great. Where are we gonna find all those boxes? New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Are we going to go to that dev room place again?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
And then it drops and kills us all.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jumps remaining. Oh, does it limit the number of jumps we have, or are you supposed to do them in a certain number of times, or? Bullshit. Eat a dick.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Stanley. This is what happens when video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
All right. Oh, what's this? My recording is almost over. Fuck.
Psst.
Come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Hold on. Right, started a new recording so that way I didn't like go over the 60-minute time limit they have on the PlayStation. Alright, I'm in the vent. Where are we going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember
Oh my
back in
God.
October of 2013, when the game
Last of Us,
originally launched?
and then
Back
taped
then,
over it, the
video
Stanley
games had
Parable.
integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
$1. Smile because it happened. Nominee, British Academy Award, Game Invention. Nominee, debut game, story. Deals tough choices.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's
It's
how
not a shooter.
grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It's
It was
not a shooter.
literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
It wasn't
It's no
any
games
of
at
those
all.
games. There is
It isn't
no
even the
violence.
Stanley
You couldn't
Parable
fight or
anymore.
kill people.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Memory zone maintenance. Bullshit. Person of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These
Dude,
were
just
simpler
shut
times,
up.
Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
I can agree.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
Yes.
Tell me
Yes.
if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Speak, brother.
This is actually quite
Speak.
shocking for me. I
Noodle
always, look, to be
shot.
honest, I
Yes.
had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak.
You're rambling again.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and... But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to...
Ha! I just want to make him pissed. That's all. I'm enjoying every second of this.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
He's insane now.
End is never the end, is never the
I drove him insane, yeah! I drove him insane. He's gone absolutely but crazy. Ooh, what happens if I keep skipping? Oh, there's some sunlight. Nice, cool. The plant has been crushed. The clock is covered up. Now there's plants. You gave us a skip button. Oh, the plants are dead and gone now, so I guess something horrible happened. Yep. Oh! It's a desert! Nice! I can wander endlessly! I love it. I want to see if we can go back to the skip button and see if that does anything. No. Skip button no longer works. Fuck. Alright, let's go wander off into the desert. Never to be seen or heard from again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Look, it looks like he went insane on the computer.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I want to see, how many of these computers have this insane rambling on them now? Oh, so many of them. Because he lost his fucking mind. Awaiting input. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. It's been a long time. It's over an hour. So, kill it here. Adios.